God is in everything I see. God is in everything you see. What's good, fam? We made it to lesson 29 of A Course in Miracles. This powerful, powerful book right here. And we are going to discuss this lesson, and it's going to kind of wrap up everything we've learned so far this past month. I mean, it's day 29, so we're close enough. And we're going to understand this and understand everything we've learned for the past few days and just be wowed and be enlightened together and shine that light all over this world and wake them up, because a lot of people are sleeping in this world. So let's go ahead and dive straight into this, and then we'll discuss it after. Like usual, we're going to apply it together. So if you got the book, you already know what to do. Pull up to lesson 29. If you don't got the book yet, the PDF is in the description. Pull up to lesson 29 and let's go ahead and read this together. Lesson 29 of A Course in Miracles. God is in everything I see. The idea for today explains why you can see all purpose in everything. It explains why nothing is separate, by itself or in itself. And it explains why nothing you see means anything. In fact, it explains every idea we have used thus far, and all subsequent ones as well. Today's idea is the whole basis for vision. You will probably find this idea very difficult to grasp at this point. You may find it silly, irrelevant, senseless, funny, and even objectionable. Certainly, God is not in a table, for example, as you see it. Yet, we emphasized yesterday that a table shares the purpose of the universe, and what shares the purpose of the universe shares the purpose of its creator. Bar. Highlight that. Try then today to begin to learn how to look on all things with love, appreciation, and open-mindedness. You do not see them now. Would you know what it is? Would you know what is in them? Nothing is as it appears to you. Its holy purpose stands beyond your little range. Bro, roasting us. Its holy purpose stands beyond our little range. When vision has shown you the holiness that lights up the world, you will understand today's idea perfectly, and you will not understand how you could ever have found it difficult. Our 6 2-minute practice periods for today should follow a now familiar pattern. Begin with repeating the idea to yourself, and then apply it to randomly chosen subjects about you, naming each one specifically. Try to avoid the tendency toward self-direction selection, which may be particularly tempting in connection with today's idea because of its wholly alien nature. Remember that any order you impose is equally alien to reality. Your list of subjects should therefore be as free of self-selection as possible. For example, a suitable list might include... I'm going to go ahead and read this list, and then we'll go ahead and apply it together. For example, a suitable list might include: God is in this coat hanger. God is in this magazine. God is in this finger. God is in this lamp. God is in that body. God is in that door. God is in that wastebasket. Now let's go ahead and apply some together, all right? God is in that microphone. God is in these glasses. Try it. Go ahead and look about you. God is in these walls. God is in this jacket, etc. In addition to the assigned practice periods, repeat the idea for today at least once an hour. looking slowly about you as you say the words unhurriedly to yourself. At least once or twice, you should experience a sense of restfulness as you do this. So, I want to go back to that section I told you to highlight, and let's read that one more time, and then we're going to talk about it. I'm going to read the whole section of 2. You will probably find this idea very difficult to grasp at this point. You may find it silly, irrelevant, senseless, funny, and even objectionable. Certainly, God is not in a table, for example, as you see it. Yet, we emphasized yesterday that a table shares the purpose of the universe. A hand shares the purpose of the universe. A body shares the purpose of the universe. That door shares the purpose of the universe. That mic shares the purpose of the universe. And whatever you see around you and will ever see and have ever seen shares the purpose of the universe. And what shares the purpose of the universe shares the purpose of its creator. So that's powerful to remember, and that bar right there helps us understand why this is so. Everything that was created, and everything that was created shares the purpose of its creator. So now that we know this, it makes sense. And just a little recap. Let's go ahead and go back a few lessons, and we're going to just see how it ties together. My attack thoughts are attacking my invulnerability, because what God created, which is you, cannot be attacked. You are invulnerable. Anything that God created is invulnerable. I do not know what anything is for. Lesson 25 states, because I have placed my own ideas and images above everything that I see, therefore I can't see its true purpose, which is what God intended. God is in this thing that I'm staring at right now, but I'm unable to see that because I am seeing my own images that I placed over it. Do I really want to see this, or would I rather see what it really is? I do not perceive my own best interests because I think that this thing I'm looking at is something other than God. So I can't see my own best interest in this situation because I think I know more than God. And that is just not so. We don't know what we don't know. And whenever we remove all of our preconceived thoughts about these things in our life and our world, then we are open to receiving the guidance that we have been asking for, that we haven't been letting ourselves receive. But it's been given. It has been given. Every one of your prayers has been answered. Everything you asked for is answered. It has been given. Everything I've asked for has been given, but I am the only one who's stopping myself from allowing it to come into my experience because of the images that I have placed over everything. I am unable to see what it really is. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. So true. What I see is a form of vengeance. I am determined to see things differently. I am determined to see. I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. I see no neutral things. I have no neutral thoughts. My thoughts are images I have made. God did not create a meaningless world. A meaningless world engenders fear. My meaningless thoughts are showing me a meaningless world. My thoughts do not mean anything. Do you see how powerful all of these statements collectively start to become once you look at them from a broadened perspective? We are starting to see that this world that me and you see is an image that we created, and that's great to know, because now that we know that this world is an image that we created, we can remove all of the images that we've placed upon everything and everyone and see what it really is, which is a reflection of you, who is love and light and eternal and joy and happiness, infinite. You are the greatest. You are a creator. You are creation. You are all these amazing attributes that you would give to God, because God creates like himself and cannot create and give what he does not have. Think about this, okay? If I have a handful of, let's just say, quarters, I could only give you quarters. I can't give you a dime. I can't give you a penny because I don't have that. Therefore, I can't give you that because all I have is quarters. Um, same thing with God. All God is love, light, creation, and all those attributes that we just discussed. Therefore, he can only extend what he has and what he is. And he created me and you by extending himself, and we are an equal. So, do you see why all of those things that you may have heard before, like you are evil, or you are not perfect, or you are a sinner, or you are all these attributes that are fear inducing, that cannot be so. That is just an image me and you and the people who made those images created. Some individuals didn't know who they were. They didn't know who God was, who their creator was. They didn't know the love and light that existed within them and everyone else. So they believe that they are evil and they are wrongdoers and they are not good enough and they will never be good enough. And that is just an image that is so far from the truth. But remember, a thought is just a thought, and a belief is just a thought that you continue to think over and over and over. So somebody really thought that thought, believed it, and started to think it, and it became so powerful. Again, with the neural pathways, they built this very well structured highway in their mind, their neural pathways, and this thought so easy for them to think because they've thought it so many times. So it comes effortlessly. They started to talk about it and share that message with other people, and me and you started to believe that as well because they've put it out everywhere we see, that we started to think it so much that it became a belief in our minds. But me and you are here removing that belief. It has literally been obliterated this instant because we see for what this world really is, which is an extension of what we call God. So we are all those amazing attributes, and whenever you know that, only then are you able to really be open and receptive to your creator's knowledge and wisdom, and can you receive what you've been asking for, and can you hear what God has been trying to tell you? Can you be receptive to all of that? You can't be receptive to that information whenever you don't know who and what God really is, and who and what you really are, and the power that lies within you. So many people in this world, including ourselves at one point, most likely, have been cutting ourselves off from that love that we have been looking for outside of us. And we're never going to find it if we look outside of us, because it is all within. And remember one more time, because it cannot be said enough, God creates like himself, meaning he is all those attributes, and he extended himself to create us, and he can't extend what he does not have, which is evil, which is lack, which is fear, which is worry, doubt, anger, depression, situations that cause you to feel any of those emotions, disasters, wars. All of that stuff was not God's doing. That was a child of God like me and you, who fell asleep to who we really are and began to think thoughts like those individuals back there did, and caused us to believe something that is not there. Therefore, we can't perceive anything beyond that. And because me and you are doing the work necessary in order to remove our perceptions that we once had that are causing us to not be able to receive that love and joy, we're removing that this instant, and we are pure. Our mind is clean. It is exactly the way it was the day we were born, and now we can finally and thankfully see again and receive all of the good that this world has to offer. So I believe that that is a good stopping point for today. Lesson 29, God is in everything I see. Let's go ahead and apply this today as stated, and really feel it. Not so much using words, but feeling why God is in everything I see, everything we just discussed. And if you fall asleep at any point today, or you just feel like you need that reawakening moment in order to stay woke and be reminded of who you are and who God is, then come back here and I will be here, And we are going to wake up again and again and again until we no longer need to wake up, because woke is who we are forevermore. So I'm so glad that me and you spent this time together today. I'm so grateful for our messages that we received today, the wokeness that me and you have attained in this very instant. And I will catch you tomorrow for lesson 30 of A Course in Miracles.